P stands for Patty, I suppose. J for my love, John. And the W stands for the false Willie O. But Johnny is the fairest man. Hello everybody, and I hope you enjoyed this week's vlog. I'm finally back. I've been away because we all got the flu, really horrible flu. It turned into a sinus infection for me after that for another week, so I was sick for about 3 weeks. And I had my music gigs for St. Patrick's Day week, and so I had a lot of those, and we had to travel to different towns every time, so that was a lot. I don't know how I played that week, but somehow I managed. And I've also been at doctors a lot because I just discovered that in my left wrist there's a tear in here, and I broke my wrist years ago, and apparently it's not right now, so, and it hurts. I've been trying to figure that out, and I had an MRI for it and all that jazz, so been working on that, but I have to wear a brace, which is really annoying and itchy. That's what I've been dealing with. And last week I went to Barnes and Noble because I was in Dover. It's usually an hour and a half away from us here, so, which is why I don't go that much. But yeah, that was really fun. I got to spend like an hour and a half in Barnes, and I got to go to the cafe, hang out, and write some. And Friday I went to Portsmouth and saw my friends Gaelic Storm, the Irish band from Titanic, the movie. They were the Irish band in third class, so they're good friends of mine, and that was really fun. And Saturday was Author Fest in Exeter, New Hampshire, at the library there, and it was a big deal. It was 31 authors and 2 floors of the library. There wasn't a great turnout because of No King's Day, so that was really bad timing. The authors weren't really sure what to do. We were just kind of chatting with each other for the most part. But I made an instant best friend, so that's pretty cool. I'm happy with that. And I sold 5 books. It wasn't that great, but I still did better than most. It was still fun, and I really needed that trip. Like, I just needed to have fun. I've just been bogged down in health issues, so that was really nice. And now I'm exhausted though, on Sunday, but yeah, I got some books. So at Barnes I got 3 books. So this was the book that they had at the cafe for $5, The Vanishing Cherry Blossom Bookshop. I really love this cover. It's very shiny. I don't know if you can see that, but very shiny. So this is about a bookshop that pops up when people need it the most, and it's about grief and such. So, but it's very short. So I was looking for short books specifically. I didn't really know what I was looking for, but I really wanted some short books, and I'm into Japanese fiction at the moment. So this just sounded comforting and nice. So, plus very spring like. We are not quite in spring here in New Hampshire yet. It's still really cold and we still have a lot of snow. So, not really feeling spring yet, but hopefully this will bring spring to us, is what I was thinking. So, I've already started this almost partway through. I haven't had a lot of time to read this week, obviously, but yeah, I'm liking it so far. And I also got The Fourth Princess, which is a gothic historical fiction novel of old Shanghai. So I thought that was really cool. I haven't seen a gothic novel set in old Shanghai before, so this was on the historical fiction table with the new releases. I was instantly drawn to the cover. I didn't know a thing about it, but yeah, it's Shanghai 1911. Li San Liu is elated when she is hired as a secretary to wealthy American Caroline Stanton, the new mistress of Lenox Manor on the outskirts of Shanghai's international settlement. However, the manor has a dark past, and soon Lisan's childhood nightmares resurface with more intensity and meld with the haunted visions of a woman in red. So, yeah, it's got ghosts and spooky houses. I'm all for that. And I finally got The Ministry of Time. I've been hearing nothing but good things about this. I don't know a thing about it. It sounds a lot like The Umbrella Academy to me, but yeah, it's in the near future. A civil servant begins work on a highly confidential project. Government ministry is gathering expats from across history to discover whether time travel is feasible for the human body, but also for the fabric of space time. So I'm hoping this is a weird book. I'm into the weird books that don't make a whole lot of sense at the moment. I'm not sure why that is, but this sounds fun to me. And the one book I was actually looking for was Haley Pham's new book, Just Friends. This is the new romance release this month. She's a very well known booktuber on YouTube. And so, yeah, I'm very curious about her book. I don't really read contemporary romance, so I might not be the best judge for it, but I've heard some good things about it, so I'm very curious. Yeah, I finally got that, so I plan to read this very soon. This is very like spring-like esque as well. It seems more like a summer book to me, so we'll see if I get to it anytime soon. And at Author Fest, we got a stack of books as well. So my new friend, she wrote a Pride and Prejudice retelling, and but the only difference is that it's gender swapped. So this is her book, The Peacock and the Raven. So yeah, I made instant besties with Amy Nealand of this book. So and we're both Jane Austen fans, and she also plays Irish flute, and we're like, what are the odds of that? But yeah, it's very weird. But yeah, so I got her book, so I'm very excited to read this one. And there's another mystery writer there, Little Town Blues, and this one is by David Gontier Jr. I don't know how to say that. But yeah, this one is set in New England, and it's a murder mystery, but without like the police system stuff, is what he said. That's all I know about it, but I did like the cover. I like the blue color of that. So this sounds interesting, and he won an award, the Literary Titan Award. So that's pretty cool. So those were the two books that I got. We also got some kids' books for some kids that I know as well, because the writer next to me at his table, he was an author of kids' books and illustrator, so got those for them. But yeah, it was a really fun weekend, which I'm very happy about because I had it with health problems. So, but yeah, hopefully spring will be better and we won't get sick as much. I'm hoping, but I've got a lot of books to get to, and I hope to get back to writing, but we'll see how my wrist does. So anyway, I had a great weekend. I hope you guys had a great St. Patrick's Day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.